Okay. So on Friday morning, I saw it. I think he re-socialed it on Thursday evening, on Thursday night. But Trump posted a video of Barack and Michelle Obama as monkeys. And when I first saw it, I was disturbed and unbelieving that he would post something so idiotic. How could he post this? Was it him that posted it? Is it someone that he retruth socialed? I was trying to look for so many questions to not just say bear. Trump posted a video of Michelle and Barack Obama as apes on the first Friday of Black History Month. I was looking for anything. And then before information came out, and even with the information came out, I'm going to get to that very soon. But then I became immediately angry, right? Angry because for any positive and flaws you could say about Obama, he is probably the greatest black man. He is the greatest black man of the 21st century, as far as history would tell it, and as far as I would tell it. If you were putting a book together of the 21st century, you would have to mention Barack Obama as one of the most influential people and the most influential black man. And when you think about that, and then just seeing him being depicted as an ape with his wife, who, for better or worse, on the same thing with lunches and everything. I was in middle school and high school when Michelle was everything, taking everything away from the lunch. For better or for worse, with that childish argument that people make, she is one of the most influential and memorable first ladies of the 21st century. For those two to be depicted as apes by the president, our current president, who is at that same time one of the biggest crooks, liars, cheats, and any other name you could come up with of the 21st century, is a lot, to say the least. It brought up a lot of feelings for me when I first saw it. I was angry. I was actually angry. I'm not gonna lie. And then the explanation, you know, oh, it was a long video. It was a long video about voter fraud. And at the end of it, it was just this video of Barack and Michelle as apes. It was a joke. It was a joke. But then before that, Caroline Levitt said that yeah, no, no, no. They ended up saying, "Oh, it was a long video. It was an accident." Trump had this video that he was interested on voter fraud, and at the end of it, it just happened to post this video as an accident. But then before that was Caroline Levitt saying that, oh my gosh, it was a joke, right? It was a joke, and Trump was just posting some funny thing that pictured them as Lion King characters with this long video that shows a lot of people of Lion King characters. Stop making a big deal, okay? The liberal media is making a big deal of anything. It was just a little joke, right? I also think it's worth being said that there's no apes in the Lion King, right? And you might be thinking, wait, there are apes in the Lion King. The only thing I can think of is at the beginning where it's like where he's like holding up Simba to like the whole pride. I think that's what they call like all the animals, like all the animals, and they're like excited. If you're thinking maybe there's apes, maybe you're thinking Tarzan, but there's no apes in Lion King, right? I think that should be mentioned for how stupid a lie this is. And just for you to see it, this is the video, right? If you just see this just looks like an AI clip of animals. So obviously that's a bad lie. And then when the heat behind it, the story got and grew and got legs and became more. That's when they came out with the, oh my gosh, Trump is just posting this long video on video fraud, on voter fraud, and it's not that big of a deal, right? And then with the accident, right? With the accident, it was the fact that when they came out with that second terrible lie, there were people who were believing it was an accident. Just the Trump cultist members, including black commentators and Trump fans, who we all know there's the black people who I won't put a name to them that I want to say that are Trump fans and that are in that Trump cult that go with everything that he says. But it makes me personally sad to see it every time. Them going with the bullshit that this administration put out. The whole, I don't think President Trump meant to post this. All the conversations about when you screen record something, and I'm gonna show all of this, right? I'm gonna show all of these things that they're saying and how it's stupid of a lie it is. But when you're screen recording, you know how when you're screen recording and you end it and another video comes up and you just can't help it? No, I don't know that. Every time I screen record, I don't see how every time I screen record, you pause it, and then if there's another crazy video at the end of it, because everybody knows with Twitter, when it goes to that next video, yeah, that's fair. But when you're screen recording and sending a video, you see that, and if you're sending it to a friend or something, you might laugh and say, look at that, ignore that video. Or if you're doing it to post and you're the president of the United States, you see it and delete it. There is no way that you screen record something and don't know the end of the screen record. Maybe you don't care enough to delete the end. I always delete the end because it takes a second. It's as easy as like cropping a photo, but you know the end. So let's say he did look at this long video. He was the president of the United States, was scrolling Truth Social at some random time Thursday night, and he saw a video about voter fraud, and then it scrolled over to a video of Trump and Obama as apes, or as Michelle and Barack as apes. You want me to believe he didn't see it, and that a staff member posted it? And then there's people who are going with this, black people who are believing that the same people who are friends with the people using food and wafer sites as a code to commit physical, spiritual, mental, human, governmental, and every other crime known to man, these people are using food and websites and code on emails, and they're doing secret things about this and this, backhanding things. Trump and his administration and the people he's putting in high governmental roles, aka Elon and others, you're thinking Trump, who is rubbing shoulders with those people, is also looking at social media and not noticing one of the most basic, racist, disgusting depictions of black people and posting it on his official account. That's just on accident. Like, people believe that. It was crazy, to say the least. And I think at this point, every single video I do on Trump, at the end of it or the beginning of it, I have to say, or somewhere in the middle, because we're probably about in the middle. This is supposedly supposed to be just the clip for TikTok. That was 3 minutes. It was 6 minutes. At this point, you're probably watching the YouTube video now, so you're seeing the longer form. But I feel like say this every time. I mean, as someone that went to school and paid money to learn journalism and was inspired by my professors and listening to smart journalists and people my age, I appreciate the other side. I appreciate debate. I appreciate the fact that there's different ways to do things and not one side is always right and both sides have negatives. But whatever words you want to call me at this, what I'm about to say, like a liberal, left, woke, whatever stupid word that's taken and deformed, whatever words you want to say with this statement, it is no longer about politics. And that was, I keep saying this. This is like the theme of my political channel with all the different things I cover. But this like point is like a theme, like how amazed I am with. I had people back in October of 2024 telling me these things, and I was like, Trump is bad, but he's not a fascist. He's not gonna just do all these things. He's not gonna try to change the structure of how American government works. And now within a year, he's doing all those things exactly. And it is getting to the point where you can no longer say, oh, you don't want to talk to someone because of their politics. No, if you believe of Trump, this is no longer a conversation of, oh, how should we run the government? What type of things should we put in? Okay, conservative, just the politics that was happening when Barack was going against Mitt Romney and John McCain. It's no longer that. This is about values, how you see the world, how you see human rights. And if you are just on that side of Trump, it does seem to be at this point, you could be in a cult where you just believe anything he says. So yeah. I mean, yesterday the president posted one of the greatest, most influential men and one of the greatest and most influential women of the 21st century as apes. So let's get to it. Let's get into a little bit of analyzation, right? So here's the video. And you see at the end, it does clip to a separate video, right? So this is what they were saying. Let me go to the video. All right. I have it up somewhere. Let me see. Bear with me. And I want to show the whole kind of like progression of this story throughout yesterday, because like I said, when I first saw it, I was unbelieving because I knew the excuse would be there. They would have to have something for the people on the right who were just idiots, because there were a lot of people on the right who said F that these stupid lies, but I knew there had to be something for those idiots, right? So this is what it is, okay? So this is the
Obtain
video.
forensic access.
This is the whole video that Trump posted. Can I make it bigger? It's not letting me go full screen.
Obtain forensic access to a DS.
I'm not gonna make you watch this stupid ass video of Trump just going over voter fraud. And if you haven't watched on my channel previously, Trump has been talking about like how he wants to federalize, basically is the word I'm going to use, elections, right? And he's talking about voter fraud and bringing that up as the reason. So he posted this video. And then at the end of the video, it goes to this. Look, so you can watch like the last 5 seconds.
Counting resumed. There was a massive spike occurred that favored Joe Biden.
Okay. And then it goes to this video, right? So again, just to go back over the first thing that Caroline Leavitt said, which I think I do have the video of that. She said, "This isn't even a big deal. It's a joke. He's depicted
Obtain forensic access to
characters. You guys are making a big deal." And then they said it was an accident. And the reason they tried to prove to you that it was an accident is because you have this long live video on voter fraud, and right after it you have a clip. And they said this clip is a part of a longer clip that depicts a whole bunch of people as animals, right? So it's not like they're just making out the black people as animals. Everybody's getting it. So why are we just mad about the black people? Okay, let's show the video of all the animals. Now, I do think, again, because
obtain forensic access to a
1, 2, A, B, C, D level of thinking, I think is important for these things. When you look at the video, I'll just quick scroll through it. It's the video, like it's a little documentary style video. And then it doesn't go over to the whole clip. It just goes over to the point of them as Obama. Like it's just a clip as Obama, or as I keep saying Obama. The last name is so legendary. Barack and Michelle as monkeys, right? This is the full clip that it's posted off of, right? And I'm not going to play all these clips. I'm going to just go through them quickly. This is the full clip that it was taken from, right? So, take the sound off because it's actually infuriating. Okay, so you have Hillary, you have Gavin Newsom, right? What is that? JB or whatever, the governor of Chicago. All right, a lot of Democrats. And you can make a video about just this video and what you want to say about that. But the thing with that is, the clip didn't go and scroll to a whole video. It scrolled to just that and cut off at that. It didn't show anything else. It just showed Barack. It just showed Barack and Michelle. Of course, purposeful. I would almost argue that it's the opposite of them saying that Trump just screen recorded and forgot to take the clip, that little clip out and edit it, or a staffer didn't notice it and see it. I would say it is more so that it was purposeful that they just had that clip on the first weekend of Black History Month of two of the greatest black people of the 21st century. I would say that's purposeful. Obviously, just when you look at the whole video and you go to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z, that's where I'm getting to. That it seems like they probably did this on purpose before it was done on accident by a staff member. And they left it up for 8 hours before they deleted it. And the only time they deleted it was because people started going crazy about it. And that one video that Trump reposted with this video fraud was sandwiched in between a whole bunch of other 30 reposts that he had. Almost like, you ever hear the thing about evil people have to let you know in some way that they're evil, and you have to be able to see it? They have to give you the keys to be able to figure it out. Or, I remember in Dune, in the second book of Dune, Dune 2 is going to come out. I guess this is a spoiler alert. Scytale, S-C-Y-T-L-E. He was like a face, he was like a shape-shifting evil motherfucker. And throughout the book, he was like, my grouping of people fuck people over, but to fuck people over while we're doing it, we have to give them the keys to win. Like, we can't just completely beat them. We also have to give them the tools to win. It's like he's doing that. It's like, let me put this super ultra racist video in the end of a video sandwiched between 30, and we caught it. And it became a big deal. And now he's laughing about it. They're laughing at it. There's black people that have thousands of followers on Twitter, and that have millions of dollars, that have millions of people that are watching them saying, "Oh yeah, Trump didn't mean to do it. Trump didn't mean to do that." It is just like, Yeah. What do you? I mean, I don't even know how you end it. I mean, that's just reporting, I guess. There's the report for that. Yeah. We're cooked, man. We're cooked. Yeah. I don't even want. I was gonna say go vote in November, but you guys won't do that. It's not. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. First weekend of Black History Month. Yeah. We gotta get him out of here. We gotta get him out of office, bro. That's just this shit's bad.